Good morning, it's Kelly Cooper, and it's week 8 of our public speaking class. Today's speech is entitled, Why Cats Make Better Pets Than Dogs for Working Families. It's the age-old debate, right? Are cats better than dogs, or are dogs better than cats? Well, I'm not here today to convince you that one is better than the other. What I'm here to do today is convince you that cats make better pets than dogs for those of us working families. As was stated in the article Personalities of Self-Identified Dog and Cat People in the academic journal Anthrozoos, some people are just naturally cat people, while others are just naturally dog people. But what you cannot deny is the amount of time, money, and effort that goes into raising a healthy and happy pet, cat or dog. Today, I'm going to focus on the E part of that, the effort piece, and convince you if you are part of a working family and looking to bring a pet into your home to provide you not only with fun and excitement, but tons of love, you need not look any further than our feline friend, furry or furless. So let's state a few facts about the differences between cats and dogs that equate to extreme effort versus little to no effort. First, let's talk about independence. Aren't dogs totally dependent upon their owners to tend to their needs? They may be able to go a quarter or a half day max without being tended to, but after that, gosh, I would hate to see your house. My cats, 2 cats actually, in our working household, our house looks pretty darn awesome when we get home. Well, that's assuming that I cleaned it before I left in the morning. My cats are completely independent. They have access to food, water, and their litter box, and can come and go, literally, as they please all day long while we are away at work. Cats don't require a walk either when I get home. After a very long day, mind you, in which I don't even want to walk myself, let alone an animal, cats exercise themselves when they need to, chasing each other, running up and down the stairs, scurrying after that mouse toy that's laid on the hardwood floor in the same spot for weeks. All of those things give them the exercise they need, and you didn't have to grab a leash and brave the elements outside to accomplish that for them. Let's talk about another area of independence. That has to do with hygiene. Now let's talk about hygiene for a minute. I am sure that I have never smelled a stinky cat. Definitely though, however, has my nose experienced its fair share of stinky dogs. But cats, nope, nada, no can do. That's because they clean themselves daily. Now let's see a dog accomplish that one. Cats don't dig in the dirt or roll in the garbage. They are very meticulous with keeping themselves clean and smelling sweet. You won't ever come into my house and say, "Whoo, time to clean that cat." Not happening with my sweet smelling felines. Check out the BusinessInsider.com article from April 2014 with the 11 reasons cats are better than dogs. You'll see that immaculate hygiene comes in as number 2, only second to eating your guest when they come over for a visit, i.e. mauling everyone that walks in the door, barking, jumping on them, etc. Don't worry, when you come to my house, you won't have that issue with my kitties. Okay, so we've talked about independence. Now let's move on to costs that are associated with cats versus dogs. Folks, hands down, dogs cost us humans much more than cats do. There's a number of reasons for this. One is the amount of food the dogs consume is considerably more than cats. Generally, actually, twice as much as cats. The bigger the dog, the more food that they consume. And since most dogs have to eat a pretty high quality diet for good health, that amount is going to be a lot more to your pocketbook than what you would pay for a little kittie's meal. Just check out any of the pet websites and you compare the cat food versus the dog food and see if your eyes don't bug out. Mine did when I did the research. Secondly, and probably the most important, is vet bills. Vet bills for your cats are going to be way less than for your dogs. Why, you ask? Because cats are pretty smart and they don't eat things that are bad for them. Dogs, on the other hand, typically throw caution to the wind and will gladly chow down on any random object that looks interesting, even if it doesn't taste good. To me, that's a pretty big indicator of the difference in intelligence. But I'm not going to go down that road. That's for another persuasive speech on another day. Now, sticking to the facts at hand, according to Veterinary Pet Insurance website, dog owners spend nearly $5.2 million every year treating their pets that have ingested a foreign object. That averages to the tune of $1,472 for a surgical procedure to remove a foreign body for something as ridiculous that your dog ate that they never should have. My cat, however, they wouldn't touch 100 hairbands, 130 fish oil capsules, 175 rocks, 15 vanilla votive candles, seriously? Or 47 baby bottle nipples? These were the top 5 items removed from doggies' tummies last year. That's pretty significant. And my cats are way too smart for that. They wouldn't touch any of those with a 10-foot pole. As far as I'm concerned, we've just established less effort number 2. Now let's go for the third. Finally, remembering that old saying, silence is golden? The difference to your migraine between your cat meowing and your dog barking, well, let me tell you, it's like night and day. Your cat can meow to say hello, or to get your attention to add a little bit of food to their empty bowl. But the mailman who delivers the mail, and the neighbor who comes over to borrow a cup of sugar, and when your kid's trying to do their homework, and your husband drags in at night dead tired from a long day at work, there won't be this hysterical barking that lasts way too long and is way too loud. And I can promise you, your neighbor will never call you in the middle of the night and tell you your cat's meowing too loudly. And those nice policemen, they will never knock on your door and say your cat is disturbing the peace. The Whole Dog Journal website featured an article in 2011 that talked about the bark of a distressed dog and how the high-pitched repetition barking of that dog that suffered from anxiety can cause permanent hearing damage to adults. What, you say? What? If you have a dog, you might be losing your hearing too and not even know it. So let's recap. Why do cats make better pets than dogs for working families? Besides the fact that they are independent, don't smell, are cheaper, and don't get in trouble, they also sub for your local exterminator. You won't have a mouse, spider, or fly in your house anywhere, I promise. It's a no-brainer, folks. Working families today need a pet they can love and enjoy, along with saving on the effort piece. Hands down, that will be a cat every day of the week. Just ask my 2, Claire Kitty and Cosmo. They will say for sure, pick me, pick me. If only they could do the laundry and the dishes while I was at work. Now that would definitely put them over the top. Thank you for listening. I enjoyed